Hi, Sean Still, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use the information that is provided on the cards shown on the active sprint board and in the backlog. So I've navigated back to our test project, and this right here is what they call the card. All right, and it provides us with certain pieces of information, and it is configurable. Um, so we do have some options as to what we display. In this case, it's giving us the title of it. It's giving us the version that we've attached to it. It's telling us what labels, or excuse me, what components we've given it, and it tells us what labels we've given it. It also, over here, tells us what type of issue it is. In this case, it's a story. Um, we can also see the priority that this story's been given. We can see the point value that has been given to the story, and we can see the story number. Um, so that is what is referred to as the card and the information on the card. And again, it is highly configurable. So you can change pieces of data for others. Now, unfortunately, because of the size of it, it does have a rather limited number of items that you can put in there. And I'm going to show you in a moment how to adjust those. But let's also go take a look at the backlog as well. So if we go to our backlog, this information is also called the card, and it gives us. In this case, I'll go look at these. And in this case, it's telling us almost the exact same thing. It's giving us the issue type, in this case story. It's given us the title. It's given us the component, the labels that we've given it, the version that we've given it, or excuse me, the epic that we've given it, the version. It's given us the story number, the priority, and the point value. Also, just really quickly, when you see something that is lined out, that indicates that the story is done. So you can see right here that these three are lined out, so those stories are done, and these are not lined out, so they are in progress. So going back to our active sprint and our card, remember I did say it is configurable to a degree, and really easy to do that. We come up here to board settings. Um, we come up here to card layout, and then we have an option of adding whatever element we want to. I'll add assignee to these. So the top one is backlog. The bottom one is active sprint. The other one that it would show is days in column, which I have turned on. But since our sprint is a little less than a day long each, it really doesn't have anything to show. But if our sprint was a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks long, we would see a series of dots indicating how long it has been in a particular column. So once we've made our adjustments, we can also prioritize them if we want to. We can change the position of the information just by simply dragging them up and down. The top one is the backlog, and the bottom one is the active sprint. We go back to our board. And you can see that there isn't anything there. And since I haven't assigned it, you can see that it is unassigned. All right, so let's go and just assign this to ourselves. I'm going to hit assign to me. And now you can see that not only does it say Sean Still, but now my icon pops up. All right. And to me, this information is kind of redundant. All right. So, you know what? I thought I needed it, but I actually don't. Um, so I'm going to go back up to board settings. I'm going to reconfigure it. I'm going to click on assignee. Whoops. Sorry. Click on assignee and hit delete, and now it's gone. Click on assignee, hit delete, and now it's gone. I go back to the board, and now I can see that that is gone. But I do need to assign these to myself. I'll talk about this more in detail later. I'm just going to go through and quickly assign some of these to myself. And remember that at the beginning, one of the very first videos, we talked about our profile and how important it was to actually get it right. Um, and here's a really good example of that. Since I put in a emoji for myself, an icon, a picture, if you will, now visually I can see who it's assigned to. If I've got multiple people that are working off of this board, I can quickly visually identify who is assigned to what story just by simply looking at the icon that's associated with them. And if I hover over it, it says Sean Still. And that was because we made sure that my name didn't default to my email address, that I actually went in there and put in my name, so that when somebody does hover over it, if they don't know who F1 is, they can hover over it and they can see who it's assigned to. And that's why that was really, really important. If we go back to the backlog, we see the same thing. And that is cards, card layout, and how we can adjust the information on the card. Thank you very much.